Hi, my name is Elizabeth Green, founder of Mom Matters, equipping moms to thrive in motherhood and in life. And if you've ever struggled to get dinner on the table, I'm right there with you. And today I want to share with you 3 tips that will transform mealtime in your family. Several years ago, we brought our kids home to homeschool, and many of us moms in this season are finding ourselves in some form of kids at home, hybrid school, online school, or full-on homeschooling. And it's a lot of work on us as moms. It's a lot of extra pressure. It's a lot of extra meals. There's breakfast, there's lunch, there's dinner, there's snacks. And a few years back, when we first brought our kids home to homeschool, my husband was watching me with all of these meals and struggling to get dinner on the table, and he said, Elizabeth, you need to teach the kids how to cook. Invite them into the mealtime process. And I said, are you kidding me? Do you know how much work that will be? It will take me twice as long to work to get dinner on the table, teaching them how to do it. It's much faster to do it myself, even though I'm struggling to get all these things done that I have to get done. And he said to me, Elizabeth, it's going to get harder before it gets easier, but keep your eye on the prize. And I'm really glad I did listen to him because he was right. And that is my first tip for you, is to encourage you as a mom to invite your kids into the process. You don't have to do this alone, and you really shouldn't, because we as moms can give our kids some life skills of learning how to cook some simple meals. It's something that's going to be good for them, and it's going to help and serve the overall family and help you as a mom. And so my husband said, remember to keep your eye on the prize, and remember it will get harder before it gets easier. And it did. It did take twice as long in those early days. I had to get the kids to watch me cook. I had to teach them how to measure and how to mix ingredients together and how to preheat the oven. There were so many things that I needed to teach them. And then we would do it together, and it would take longer to do together, but we worked through that whole process of me doing it and them watching, of us doing it together, then of them doing it and me watching, and then to the point where they could make something all by themselves. It took a while to get there. It took a while to get through the process, and it did take longer at first. But at the end of the process, my husband was right. There was a win, and the win was they could cook a meal on their own. So the first tip is, remember to keep your eye on the prize, and it will get harder before it gets easier. The second thing I want to tell you is to press on when your kids push back. Do you think my kids loved doing that? Do you think my kids were like, oh yes, mother, we would like to leave the fun thing that we're doing and spend an hour in the kitchen learning how to cook and clean up the dishes with you? Oh no, my kids did not love that at all. But I just kept pressing on, knowing that this was a goal that was a good goal. It was going to help them and serve the family. Well, I was stunned when, after we had gone through about 9 months of this process, we went on a family vacation. And when we got to the family vacation, they saw their grandparents. And the very first thing that they said to their grandmother was, Mom, Grandma, guess what? We have learned how to cook. You could have pushed me over with a feather. I was stunned that they were proud of themselves, that they had learned how to cook a meal. And that was a great insight into me. They had never let me know that they were proud of that, but they clearly were proud that they had learned something to do that was useful and helpful. Even though they told me over and over again that no kid in the whole world had their mom help them with the dinner except for me. So keep pushing on when your kids push back. You are making a difference. And we did get to the point where when they were in high school, in sort of 8th grade and 9th grade and in high school, I could be out with one kid at lesson practice, and I could have another child at home on point for dinner. And it was a huge help for our family. So moms, I want to encourage you to invite your kids into the process, knowing it's going to be harder at first, but keep your eye on the prize. It will get better. And then dinner time won't be quite so difficult. So if you found this helpful, I would love for you to leave a comment. I would love for you to share this with a friend if you think that they would be found helpful with it. And if you want some help with your own particular circumstance, go to my website, mommatters.org. You can schedule a free consult with me. I am a certified life coach, and I would like to help you with your particular situation that you're dealing with, because moms equipped with vision and skill create impact and legacy. And mom, you matter more than you know.